Hey everybody, welcome to another Mortgage Coach training where we're going to talk about how Mortgage Coach can help you deliver the ultimate buyer and realtor experience. My name is Dave Savage, and as you guys know, I'm just totally dedicated to your personal and professional success. Today's video, this tight, 15-minute video, is all about leadership and change management. So if you're a manager or a leader, this is for you. And by the way, if you're not managing and leading a team, this is still for you because you got to, self-management is everything. So to kind of set the table for today's conversation, I want you to just think about a couple of questions. Have you ever seen a better way to do something? You knew it was better than what you're doing, but you're still not doing it. For those of you that are Mortgage Coach users, have you ever seen a loan officer sign up for Mortgage Coach, or you yourself, or your team, but you're not doing it consistently, or you're not doing it the way you should be? Well, I'm interviewing Anthony today, one of the top sales leaders in the country, on our Mortgage Coach call. And this is just a great quote. Sometimes versus always. Sometimes is nice. Always is differentiating, defining, and a value creating strategic advantage. So everybody who's listening to this right now, we all have something in common. You want to stop delivering average fee worksheets to buyers as part of the sales experience with realtors. And you want to start having your loan officers, if you're a producing manager, yourself and your managers delivering a better experience to both the borrower and to the realtor. So you all know that we represent a better way to go from app taker to value creator. So I'm going to bring in my special guest, originating branch leader, Ryan Kiefer with Prime Mortgage. He is doing just a fantastic example of being a leader. He's got, Ryan, how many loan officers do you have on your team?
We have 12 right now.
12. So you're a producing manager where you do loans and you're helping your team do loans better?
Correct.
Good. So I want to just kind of unpack something awesome that you're doing, which is using Mortgage Coach as a leadership, as a change management tool. So if you could just kind of, one, just give a quick highlight on your practice, and then two, let's walk through these emails and these videos that you're creating. Why are you doing this, and what kind of results are you getting?
Yep. No, thanks, Dave, for having me. The strategy here, ironically, we're, at Prime Lending, we do mostly purchases. We're probably still running 85–90% purchase. But this idea came about a couple of weeks ago when we had a brief dip in rates for about a day, where the market got really great and rates got great, and we locked a couple refinances. But then also, heard some loan officers lamenting that they wished the pricing had stayed, that good or that low for longer, because they felt like they could have grabbed some more refis out there. And we're in a market in Cincinnati, Ohio, where we don't have the average loan size that some of the other markets have around the country, where you can refinance people with just a half-point drop in rate. Our average loan size here is maybe $150,000, something like that. So we have to get a little more creative, with what we're doing in order to maybe get some people off the fence, so to speak, in terms of a refinance. So what I thought was a great opportunity was to create some videos, some educational videos to send out to the team, share it with my loan officers and then my co-managers throughout the region, and just sort of give some ideas on how to create additional refinance opportunities, and also show them how they could use the Mortgage Coach to do that. Because like a lot of probably managers out there, we have most of our teams signed up for the Mortgage Coach, but I don't think all of them are using it consistently enough.
Beautiful. So just to recap for everybody, this email was sent out to all of his loan officers plus other branch managers in his region. And the video has been watched actually over 91 times. As of a day ago, it was 91. When Ryan shows you how he did this, we'll drill down on a little detail. So Ryan, just recap real quick, everybody. I put a link to this video in the description of this of this video. So when you clicked on this in our YouTube channel, in the description, there is an actual link to watch this leadership video that you created. But real quick, just give some feel for the kind of feedback you've got from your team and the kind of impact that you feel creating these leadership videos is driving.
The feedback has been great so far, both from my immediate team and then the other managers out there and sharing it with their teams. It's something that I think all of us understand conceptually. Doing a same payment refinance where someone takes the monthly payment savings and applies it to the new mortgage. But Edge does a really great job of laying that out. Not just in black and white, but I guess color these days with the graphs in that, and showing a possible borrower exactly how much they can save over the life of the loan, when on the surface of things it might not look like it's really worthwhile. So the feedback's been great overall.
Good, good. So the feedback from your peers has been great. Feedback from your loan officer has been great. So to just unpack what Ryan did is, one day he sent out the same payment refi mortgage coach video. Second day, if you could just give color to what you provided. Again, we're going to give you a link to this. So there's a link in the description for these videos. But go ahead, Ryan.
Right. So the first one, as you just mentioned, was the same payment refi. I touched on that a little bit. Day two, I sent out a same rate refi, which was simply, maybe someone who did an FHA loan, a year or two ago, and has done a good job of maybe improving their credit since then, and now they qualify to go conventional. So getting them out of FHA, get them onto a conventional loan, even though the rate might be the same or even slightly higher, because we're eliminating, the PMI out of the monthly payment. Maybe by using single premium, mortgage insurance buyout, that type of thing. It can make some sense for folks.
And then reminder everybody, I'm showcasing this not to say, hey, everybody, you need to drive refinances. Here's a great strategy to drive it. While that is a great strategy in today's market, this day, this week, what strategy is relevant varies. So sometimes this could be a purchase strategy around FHA versus conventional, or a strategy on, monthly PMI or no PMI, whatever is a market relevant strategy that you want to teach your loan officers, use Mortgage Coach to bring that leadership. Whether you're the CEO of a company and you want to draw attention around a strategy or a new program, whether you're the head of production, whether you're a regional leader, branch manager, or a loan officer that just wants to provide leadership to your team, great way to use Mortgage Coach, not just to deliver value to the borrower, but to drive that training within your organization. So let's walk through day three, what you did here.
Yeah, day three, which was just this morning, we took a walk through, someone wanting to do a 0.30-year fix. In our market, conservative Cincinnati, that is by far the most popular option. So, we just walk through, does that really make sense in most cases? In my mind, it's, if a person's going to be in a property long term, then maybe we should look at buying that rate down, with the thought being that rates are probably near historical lows and only going to trend upward from here, over the long term. So let's look at either doing a 30-year fix where we buy the rate down slightly and get a little more bang for our buck, or let's look at maybe a 5 or a 7-year ARM if they're not going to be in the property long term. In a lot of cases, that 0.30-year fix really doesn't make sense when you break it down and look at the numbers.
So great, just being a great educator for your borrowers, helping them make an informed decision, looking at the total cost of the loan over time. In this case, you took 84 months. By the way, a reminder to all you managers out there, come next year when the new GFE is coming out, it's going to be a requirement that you show the cost of a loan over 5 years. If you're not a Mortgage Coach loan officer, showing the cost over 5 years and comparing that to different strategies, not an easy thing to do. So while everybody, you're going to have the GFE and you're going to be able to disclose cost over 5 years, to be able to compare it with video on mobile with graphs and charts and show different strategies. I mean, this is a huge opportunity today, and it's going to be a massive competitive differentiator next year. So I wanted to create this with Ryan because, let's face it, change is hard. Creating new workflow is hard. Adding some new way of doing business to your sales process and making it an always habit where you're not just doing it sometimes, you're doing it always, it's hard. So managers, lead by example, create these videos. So Ryan, I'm going to pass the baton to you. I want everybody to see just how simple and easy it can be to create one of these. So if you don't mind taking the screen, I don't know if you see it yet, and walk us through what it would look like for you to create one of these videos on your desktop.
Sure. Be more than happy to do that. I don't know if you've got my screen there yet.
I see it now.
All right. Well, I'll walk you through this this first one that we did here last week, the refi options
Hey, by the way, before
2014.
you
Yep.
go back to that real quick. Before you click on
Yep.
that, click
Mm-hmm.
on tracker. I want to see how
Oh,
many
the tracking.
times. Yeah. So everybody notice that the one that was at 91 is now at 98 views, and the one that you sent out today is that one. Is that the one that's at 11 views?
That's 11 already, and just sent it out a couple hours ago.
So managers, you're going to see how easy this is to create a video, and then think about how great it is to know how many of your loan officers actually clicked on it and watched it. So, really, really simple and easy way to provide video leadership to your team and to track the fact is, hey, is it even getting to your team? Are they even paying attention? So go ahead and show us how to make a video here, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, so we start out in here, you just sort of name the client, whatever you want to show up there in terms of, your options, and then, walk through, and you have to, on something like this where it's a refinance, you do have to go in and sort of program in the original mortgage and the assumptions there. This was someone that took out a loan a year ago. There's the rate 4.875. Mortgage Coach does a great job of auto-calculating what that balance would be today, and then current principal and interest, and then, I go in and create the loan options there. I won't totally walk through all the details there, but just show you how easy it is here to create a video. You come into presentation, click on generate link. You see there the number of views, and then you just click on add audio video, and it'll bring up your preview screen, which is where you can click on things that you want to highlight, and have them pay attention to and look at. And then if you want to record video or audio, I guess for some folks who might be video averse, or maybe you don't have a webcam, you can click on record audio only. I have a couple loan officers who prefer that option. They're camera shy, I guess, so to speak, but I don't mind doing the video. So just click on allow, and it'll allow to access your webcam, and there I am, everybody. And then you click record here. Now, I don't want to do that because I don't want to wipe out the original video I had in there, but it's just that easy.
Beautiful. So folks, that easy, and then you have a link that you could forward. So Ryan, go back into Edge and click on the analysis screen. So
Yep.
for those of you that are producing managers, hey, you know how to create these reports. For those of you, if you're the CEO, head of production, or regional, you're not creating these loans, we can help you. Our support team can help you create a scenario. And then once you've created a scenario, I want everybody to see that, let's say you created a video for your team, I don't know, a week or two ago. You could go back into that same video, click on that copy analysis button, by the way, real quick, Ryan, and then click on new client, and create a new scenario. And by the way, we could have just added it to the same client. If you could go ahead and click on that real quick.
Yep, sure.
Anyways, we just took that whole strategy that might have taken a loan officer 2 or 3 minutes to create, and now, boom, go to the analysis button, Ryan. Or maybe just, type in Dave Savage here. Just make a point so you've got your Dave Savage sample. And I just want every manager to see how easy it is. And now go to analysis. And boom, everything's there. So what took time to create, you can now create another video. And by the way, Ryan could go and add a video to that, not wipe out his last one. So, the point I want to make here is whether you're a branch manager, regional manager, CEO of the company, you can use Mortgage Coach easily to deliver value to your sales force, to help them make change, help them drive value. So, Ryan, if you could confirm when you can see my screen again.
Yep, I've got you.
Okay, good.
And Dave, to your point earlier, we've done some of the other videos here, in the past year or two where, we're comparing for purchase strategies, monthly PMI versus single premium, FHA versus conventional. So this is a tool, that we do use on a fairly regular basis. The refinance strategy just happened to be, what we've done here the last couple of weeks.
Beautiful. So as far as ideas to use Mortgage Coach to provide leadership, just strategies. And Ryan just named off a few. New programs. When you roll out a new program and you want to show how it competes with other programs in the market. I mean, we have heads of secondary that are using Mortgage Coach videos to roll out new products to the organization. A market update. You could have grabbed your iPhone, and while you were delivering video, you could have pushed the iPhone up there and shown some market updates or some market trends. Just general leadership. One of the moves when we roll out Mortgage Coach, we urge the head of production of the CEO to create a launch video in Edge, in Mortgage Coach, so that you're just leading by example. And then let's not forget, just we got to remind people, making change, creating new habits, it doesn't happen overnight. It requires accountability and it requires, management, reminders. So just reminding your team that, hey, folks, this is not how we want to deliver mortgage options pre-GFE. We want you each and every time to deliver that with a mortgage coach experience, video on mobile, and we want to make sure that you're CCing the realtor. It's so powerful. It's so important because when you think about it, every borrower has a loan officer because they're borrowing money. Every borrower has a friend or family member that they're getting advice from that's part of the decision. If they're purchasing a home, they have a realtor. Most of them, many of them have other advisors. And let's face it, they are surrounded by people that are influencing their mortgage decision. Sometimes that's what costs you the loan. And sometimes that's just what makes it ugly and costs you a lot of conversations. So if you're not using a mortgage coach video to deliver mortgage options, you're leaving it to the borrower to explain the options, to explain why you. If you use mortgage coach, everybody is getting that mortgage experience. So another link I'm going to put in the description on the YouTube page is a link to our perfect video checklist. So for any loan officer watching this, you want to know what a great borrower edge video looks like and sounds like. This is a checklist of awesomeness. We want to help you guys at the point of sale go from app takers to value creators. And even when it comes to open house experiences, providing just flyers and pieces of paper, better way of doing it. Give your realtor a link, and then using their mobile device, they can display mortgage options on a mobile in an open house. So at the end of the day, a mortgage coach crushes an app taker, but only if you go from sometimes to always. So the goal here in this call today is just to really drive home this concept that using mortgage coach sometimes is nice. Doing it always, integrating it into your platform is differentiating, defining, and a value creating strategic advantage for you. So want to remind everybody, another important part of Mortgage Coach is our Rate Watch app. If you have not downloaded it and you're not using it daily, make sure you download that. It's either Rate Watch one word or Mortgage Coach. Want to remind everybody every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 o'clock, we're doing training and coaching. Fridays are for beginners. I want to remind everybody to create videos. I did a great 15-minute video just like this one with Bill Hart. Watch it. If you're new to Mortgage Coach or you haven't heard Jeremy Forcier's scripting video, make sure you watch that. We've even broken down a lot of those scripts into just sound bites. So if you go to the playlist MC Scripts in our YouTube channel, we have very specific scripts, how to have the conversation with the borrower, how to, talk to the borrower about CCing the realtor. So hopefully this was a valuable quick hit for everybody. Ryan, any last words or thoughts before we wrap it up?
No, I would just reiterate exactly what you said as the point of the coaching call later today, and that is to do it always and not just sometimes. I'm, one of those folks that was guilty in the past of only, using the strategy sometimes because, maybe you thought you had one in the bag only to find out that you get shopped later on and lose the deal. So I've definitely gone to being an always kind of guy, and it has definitely, helped my business out. I sent you some feedback on a couple of emails there from borrowers, and it's just, it continues to be a wow factor every time.
Beautiful. Well, my last comment on the always, do it always, not just to win the loan, but when you take a loan in a quality way up front, it closes quicker and better. So when you take an app and you use a mortgage coach report, you're going to have less questions. You're going to have more value from the borrower. And by the way, it's also becomes part of your value proposition to your realtors. When you're able to say, meet with your realtors and show them how you deliver options in a way that's more valuable to their customers, realtors like that. And by the way, realtors love video. They love mobile. They love audio. Apple has added audio to the text feature. So when you're always delivering mortgage options with Mortgage Coach, you're always going to have a competitive advantage with realtors, and you're always going to close loans faster, better. So hope this was valuable for everybody. Ryan, thank you very much for jumping on this call and adding value. And please keep all the good stuff coming.
Yep. Thanks for having me, Dave. I'm always happy to do it.
All right. Thanks.